national energy policy, we'd be cooking
Well,
with
yeah,
gas.
cooking with gas,
Let
dare I
me
say.
say.
The politicians have been left behind.
Right.
That's the thing, and you've had
Yes, that's
this
right.
cabal of flat earthers who kind of worked out that a minority can control a few more, which can control a party, and you get that whole problem.
Yeah.
But see, the
we'll
big
come to
challenge
that.
also in regard to renewable energy is creating the transition from coal into more renewable forms of energy. Also then saying, well, how do we get a base load of power and how do we then get the dispatchable power then backs it up? Now, you know, renewable energy on itself is great and it works 20% of the time. What about the other 80%?
Yeah.
Now, the problem with that is, yes, renewable energy is the cheapest form of energy, but that's if you take into account that the other 80% of the time you're using battery backup and battery storage, which is where it comes to the point of it becoming hideously expensive for the lower socio-demographic groups in Australia that then struggle. So for Australia, the policy paralysis means that we're not getting the investment into the sector. We fight each other non-stop over these ideological points rather than coming to an agreement in a political level whereby the energy companies and the energy industry can make good, informed decisions, invest in energy so we can move forward.
That won't happen until people drive it. You
Okay.
can't expect the politicians to drive it.
And we'll talk
No,
about
but you can expect, and this is what you're starting to see, you can expect business starting to drive it. And that's
That's
particularly
what
what you're
they're
starting
doing.
to see coming out of the energy industry, where essentially the energy companies are saying, well, if you're not going to make policy, we're going to make
going to do
policy.
it.
And the one mechanism that we need to revive is, of course, a proper COAG process, because basically the states are on board with this. The states are the governments that are feeling this from their voters. We get a change of government in May, I hope, to a Labor government, then hopefully you will revive that COAG process and
I
you will get
hope
the
so.
agreements with the states.
I'm a bit more jaundiced on
And
both
let's see,
parties.
and let's see the sensible Liberals left in the Parliament support it.
All right, we're flagging all our issues tonight, but I do want to